Beneath the calm surface of a pond, a silent killer is on the prowl. It moves without a sound, a shadowy figure in a world of green weeds and murky water. This is no fish, no insect larva, but something far more unexpected. It is a spider, an air-breathing arachnid that has mastered the art of living and hunting in a place it shouldn't be able to survive. This incredible creature is the diving bell spider, and it is a true master of its underwater domain. It has turned the tables on the aquatic world, bringing its terrestrial hunting skills into an entirely new and challenging environment. Most spiders live on land, spinning webs in trees or hiding in burrows. They are built for a life in the open air, breathing through special organs that would be useless underwater. But the diving bell spider, also known as Arachnid aquatica, decided to break all the rules. It looked at the ponds and slow-moving streams of Europe and Asia and saw not a barrier, but an opportunity. It saw a world teeming with potential prey, a place where few other spiders would dare to venture. This spider is a pioneer, a rebel, and without a doubt, a deadly predator with a unique set of skills. Imagine being a tiny fish or a water beetle swimming peacefully through your watery home. You feel safe here. The dangers you know come from bigger fish or hungry dragonfly nymphs. You would never expect a threat to come from a spider dropping down from its hidden lair above you. The diving bell spider uses this element of surprise to its advantage. It is an ambush hunter of the highest order, using its incredible adaptation to become one of the most unique assassins in the entire animal kingdom. It is a true underwater specialist, a ghost in the weeds. This spider's secret weapon is not venom alone, though it has that too. Its greatest tool is its ingenuity. It brings its own air supply from the surface, creating a personal submarine from which it can launch its attacks. This isn't just a quick dip to grab a meal. This spider lives its life down there. It eats, it rests, it raises its young, all within a bubble of air held captive beneath the water. It has conquered the aquatic realm by bringing a piece of its own world with it, a feat of engineering that is truly amazing to witness. So how does this incredible spider pull off such an impossible trick? It all starts with some serious construction work. First, the spider needs to build a scaffold. It swims down among the underwater plants and begins spinning a messy, tangled web of silk. This isn't the beautiful, intricate web of a garden spider. This is a dense, sheet-like structure, almost like a small, upside-down hammock. It carefully anchors the silk lines to the stems and leaves of the surrounding weeds, creating a strong and stable framework that will serve as the foundation for its underwater home. Once the silk structure is in place, the real magic begins. The spider swims up to the surface of the water. It carefully pokes the tip of its abdomen and its back legs out into the air. The hairs on its body are special. They are hydrophobic, which means they repel water. These hairs trap a thin layer of air around the spider's body, giving it a silvery, shimmering appearance. It then cleverly traps a larger bubble of air with its hind legs and abdomen, holding it tight as it makes its way back down to its web. The journey back down is a careful one. The spider, holding its precious bubble, swims back to the silk sheet it built earlier. Once there, it releases the trapped air underneath the web. The bubble, being lighter than water, pushes upwards and is caught by the silk sheet. But one bubble is not nearly enough. The spider must repeat this process again and again, sometimes making over a dozen trips to the surface. Each time it adds another small bubble of air to its underwater dome, slowly and patiently building up its air supply. Slowly but surely, these individual bubbles merge together, pushing the silk upwards and outwards to form a beautiful, silvery dome. This is the diving bell. It looks like a small, thimble-shaped pocket of shimmering air, glowing in the dim underwater light. This bubble is the spider's home, its sanctuary, and its hunting blind. It is a masterpiece of natural engineering, a perfectly constructed underwater base built by one of the world's most resourceful creatures. From here, the diving bell spider is ready to rule its watery kingdom. This air bubble is much more than just a place to hide. It's a fully functional underwater habitat. The spider spends almost its entire life inside or very near to its bell. It's perfectly safe and dry in there, completely surrounded by water but breathing air, just like a land spider. The bell is not just a pocket of stale air either. It actually works like a gill, a physical gill. Oxygen from the surrounding water naturally diffuses into the bubble, while the carbon dioxide the spider breathes out diffuses back into the water. This clever process replenishes the air supply, allowing the spider to stay submerged for a very long time. This means the spider only needs to make occasional trips to the surface to top up its bell. It can go for days, sometimes even weeks, without needing to add more air, especially in cool, oxygen-rich water. Inside the bell, the spider carries out all of its life's essential activities. It will rest in here, feeling secure from predators like fish that can't get to it. It will also bring its prey back to the bell to eat in peace. This is where it sheds its skin as it grows, and it is even where it will find a mate and raise its young. When it comes to family life, the diving bell is the ultimate underwater nursery. The female spider will lay her eggs in a safe silk cocoon which she builds inside the upper part of the air bell. Here, the spiderlings are protected not only from the water but also from any passing predators. They hatch inside this safe, air-filled chamber and will spend their early days there, looked after by their mother. They can even share the air and food she brings back to the bell until they are big enough to venture out and build their own tiny diving bells. Life in the bell is a quiet, solitary existence. The spider often hangs upside down from the roof of its air-filled home, with its front legs resting on the silk threads that extend out from the bell. These threads act as tripwires. The spider sits and waits, perfectly still, feeling for any vibrations that travel through the water and along the silk lines. It is in a constant state of readiness, waiting for the telltale sign that a potential meal is swimming just a little too close to its hidden lair. The peaceful-looking bubble is the center of a deadly trap. The hunt is a game of patience and explosive speed. The diving bell spider sits motionless in its underwater hideout, sensing the world through vibrations. When an unsuspecting creature, like a small tadpole, a water beetle, or a tiny fish, swims by and brushes against one of the silk tripwires, the spider explodes into action. In a fraction of a second, it darts out from the safety of its bell. Unlike land spiders that might have to worry about gravity, this spider can lunge in any direction, up, down, or sideways, with incredible agility through the water. With its target identified, the spider lunges forward and grabs the victim with its strong front legs. It immediately delivers a bite with its sharp fangs, injecting a potent venom. This venom is designed to quickly paralyze the prey, stopping it from struggling and escaping back into the safety of the weeds. The fight is usually over in an instant. The spider's attack is so swift and surprising that the prey barely has a chance to react before it is completely subdued by the powerful neurotoxin. It is a brutally efficient and effective hunting strategy. Now for the truly clever part. The spider doesn't eat its meal out in the open water. Instead, it drags its paralyzed victim back towards its diving bell. But it doesn't always take it inside. Sometimes, especially with larger prey, the spider will hold the creature just below the bell and inject it with digestive enzymes. However, for smaller prey, it will pull it right up inside the air-filled dome. This is a safe place to eat, away from other creatures that might try to steal its hard-won meal. It's like having your own private underwater dining room. Here's where it gets even more amazing. Sometimes the prey isn't a small insect, but another air-breathing creature, like a mosquito larva that has come to the surface. The spider will grab it and drag it down, away from the air it needs to breathe. The victim is not only paralyzed by venom, but is also effectively drowned, trapped in a world where it cannot survive. It's a chillingly smart tactic. And for a final surprising fact, male diving bell spiders are often bigger than the females, which is very unusual for spiders. They are also more active hunters, building smaller bells and spending more time out in the open water on the prowl for their next meal.